Hello, my name's Scott Perry. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review.
It's a kind of magic.
Today we're looking at double exposure by Asi Wind. This is a little bit of an old effect, but there aren't many reviews for it and I don't want this effect to be forgotten. So the TLDR on this effect is that it is brilliant. It's a little bit knacky, but first of all, it's great value for money. Second of all, I think it's an effect that every card magician should know, just because it's impromptu and also because it's quite unique, and then also because it's just something different, and for the price, it's fantastic. So yes, the TLDR is, if you haven't learned double exposure by Asi Wind, then go purchase it. It is fantastic. That's the TLDR. Don't miss out on this one. Just because it's old, don't think it's outdated. It is just as relevant and fantastic now as it was when it was first released. But what is it? What is double exposure? I'm actually not going to tell you. I'm going to leave it to David Blaine, because although Asi Wind created this effect, it was made quite well known and popularized amongst magicians because of David Blaine using it on his TV special. So take it away, David.
So I'm going to first shuffle half of the deck face up into face down. So you can see them get shuffled face up into face down. See that?
Yes.
You can see that they're really, you can see?
Yeah.
Okay, so. You can all see how they're shuffled face up into face down for real?
Yep.
Okay, do me a favor. Hold your hand like this. I'm going to make you into the magician. Maybe the other hand is good. Yeah. Hold that for me. Good. Perfect. Where's your camera?
My camera's in my phone.
Can I take the phone out? Good. Perfect. And stand right here for us. I'm going to get a picture of you. Good. Oh, that's good. It's all good. Now, let me do this. I'll take a picture of you with here, holding the deck. Good. And can I give you that? Yeah. Good. We'll close the deck up. So you can see, when you look at all the cards, some are face up, face down, some are face down, face up, correct?
Yes.
Think of any card. That's your phone that we just took the picture with, correct?
Yes.
Say your card out loud, number and suit.
3 of spades.
3 of spades? That's the card you want. You don't want to change your mind. You want the 3 of spades.
Yes.
So if you're not sure, you can change.
No, I'm very sure.
Hand him the phone for a second. I want you to come see this as well. Can you press the last picture, but not yet?
Okay.
When you open the picture, the whole deck will go back to normal. Everything will fix itself except for one card, which is a card that you just thought of. Open the picture and look very clear.
Oh my God!
They were all like that. The second one, which was the 3 of.
So that's what the effect is. There is also another phase to it where all of the cards write themselves except for the one card that they chose. Asi does take you through that on the instructions, but David chose to perform the simplified direct version for the TV show. So what do you get? Well, with the download that I purchased from Vanishing Ink, you receive a selection of videos. You receive a few performance videos, a performance of Asi Wind performing it, a performance of David Blaine performing it. You receive instructions, and then you receive a final thoughts from Asi himself. So there are a variety of videos and resources that you receive when you purchase this from Vanishing Ink. I don't know what you receive when you purchase it from other places. I'm not 100% sure if it's exclusive to Vanishing Ink. Of course, it's published in Asi Wind's book as well, which I don't own, but I'm told that it's a great book. And I think Asi did also reprint it in late 2022. So in the last 6 months, I think it's been reprinted. So yes, it's in that. But for the purpose of this review, we're just reviewing the digital download of Double Exposure. And that's what you receive with it. Maybe 5 or 6 videos, a mixture of performances, explanations, and also final thoughts from Asi. They are all very good quality and they are all in English audio. How easy is it? Double Exposure is a little bit knacky, it's a little bit difficult, but I would say that it's very beginner to middle ground, beginner to intermediate. So it's not completely beginner in terms of the sleights and the difficulty, but it's also not completely intermediate with its difficulty. It's somewhere in between. There are a couple of things that will take you a bit of practice. I don't think the routine is too long or complicated for you to remember it, but it will definitely take some practice, and there are a couple of moves in there that do have a knack to it depending on how you want to perform it. So in terms of how easy it is, it's going to require, you know, some days, some weeks, some months of practice, but it's nothing crazy. You know, you're not doing insane sleights, you're not doing Leonard Green level FISM award-winning sleights, or you know, in terms of coin magic, I know a Harbottle sleights, or nothing knuckle busting. Just some things that are a little bit tricky, a little bit knacky. So overall, it's relatively easy to learn. What's the reset time? Well, the reset time is instant. If you perform the version of the routine where it's very direct, and you do the routine like David Blaine did, where you just do the reveal on the phone, then reset time, you have to spend maybe 20 seconds sifting out the face down and face up cards to write the deck again. However, if you perform the slightly extended version with the second phase that Asi teaches you, you are completely reset, ready to go with any other card trick that you want to go with, and that's it. So yes, so there are 2 options of reset. One takes about 20 seconds, and all it is sifting through the cards and sorting them out and then turning them over, and then the other one ends you completely clean, ready to go with any other card effect that you want to. Angles are quite good. So you might have to move some people around in a performance, because when you give the spectator the fan of cards, you don't really want anyone on this side, on your side, to view the fan. So there is something to say about that in terms of angles, but not that you can't perform it 180 degrees, it's just that you might have to pull someone forward and get them to stand right in front of you with the cards, so that everyone is behind the fan of cards, seeing all of the cards mixed. So there is a little bit of audience management, but for the most part, the angles are very good. You just don't want anyone seeing the fan of cards from your angle, so you don't want anyone behind you watching this. I would say this is more for small groups of people rather than larger groups, or I even would say that this perhaps is not for a champagne reception, a drinks reception, anything like that, because you might have people behind you looking, and they're going to see how the effect works potentially. So I'd say the angles are like a traditional 90 degree in front of you, and you might have to move the spectator that you're using to a specific angle, but the angles are pretty good overall. Pocket space is amazing. It's just a deck of cards. This is impromptu, any pack of cards. It's more difficult to perform with some packs of cards than others. Realistically, you want to perform this with a newer pack of cards, a more slippery pack of cards. The more sticky the cards are, the more difficult it is to perform with, but it's impromptu. So it requires the exact amount of pocket space as a deck of cards. My final thoughts are, my thoughts at the TLDR. This is a card trick that every card magician should know. For me, this is in the same realm as Ambitious Card. It's such a fantastic routine. It's such a great trick. You have the options of buying just the digital download of Double Exposure, which is only like 12 or 13 pounds on Vanishing Ink. I don't know about other places, but that's not a lot of money. And to be honest, what else can you buy with 12, 13 pounds? I think maybe a sandwich and a drink, or in a cafe or something like that. It's very affordable for the effect. And then, as I said, of course, If you want to buy Asi Wind's book, which I don't have, but you know, if Asi, if you're watching this, I would love to review that book. There are the two options to learn the effect. So my final thoughts overall are, if you do card magic, just buy this. It's interesting. It's really fun to learn. It's a hard-hitting magic trick. It's a magic trick that's a little bit different, that involves a phone in a nice way rather than in a way where you think the phone has done the magic. Or, you know, there are some tricks where you use a phone and it's obvious that you've pulled it from the back of the phone, or it's obvious that the phone has done the magic for you. But this is the opposite, and you're leaving them with an impossible souvenir on their phone. And there's no kind of trickery, there's no deleting photos or anything like that. So yes, it's a wonderful magic trick. Please buy it from an authorized seller. Please do not look for a knockoff version somewhere cheap. Asi created this, and he deserves for magicians to buy it from him. So yes, please do purchase it from you know, Vanishing Ink. I don't think Prop Dog do digital downloads anymore. Penguin Magic. You know, have a look around at the good magic shops. Purchase it from an authorized seller and not some cheap knockoff website. That's it. That's my review for today. Double Exposure by Asi Wind. Don't let this slip you by. It's an old effect, but it is fantastic. I will see you in the next review.